Now, is this live?
Yeah, we're live. We're live. It'll be redone and edited when we go put it.
Yeah.
We're live right now, people. All right. Gonna rock out. All right, everybody. Welcome to Master Phil in Your Corner. Here with Master Phil and Dougie Fresh Friedman from the Undefeated Studios, as always. And we have a very special, lovely, and talented guest today, Lisa Marie Latino. Well, let me just tell you about Lisa. Right now she is the co-creator and the executive producer of Blackness, because she just left. Oh, there she is. For HIP, New Jersey. You can't hear me? Uh-oh. You have technical difficulties.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me at all?
I hear you, Master Phil.
Press unmute.
Hold on.
I can hear you. Let's see. Let her log in again. Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties. But we're live, so what's
up?
We
are live. We are live. We're here.
We're live.
We had Lisa on before, and then she went black. So I'll just talk a little bit. Lisa is also the assistant producer at the New York Giants radio network and has been there since 2007. She was a local New Jersey girl, graduated from the Montclair State University, as well as my daughter. And now she's waiting to come on our show. Oh, man. So, hey, what's up? What's up? Oh, not Dr. Phil. There's another Dr. Phil. I'll stick with Master Phil. There is a Dr. Phil, and he pretty much ruined the name, so I'll just stick with Master Phil. And I do not have my doctorate. It's so funny. I was recently on a show and being interviewed, and they were talking about, so where'd you come up with the Master Phil thing? I said, well, I didn't really call myself that. Other people didn't. So, well, I see you have a Master's of Science, Master of this. I go, yeah, I'm actually have Masters in 3 different areas: martial arts, kettlebells, and science education. So, I guess pretty much Master Phil is kind of where I need to fit.
Yeah, you are the master.
Yeah. By the way, we've been talking about Master Phil. I've been on TV on Channel 18. I've been on it like at least 3 to 4 times a day now.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
On tonight at 8:30, and they usually do back-to-back segments.
I'm gonna pull it up right now. Here you go.
Yeah, why not? Give people a little.
By the way, people, if you're watching, send me a DM. I can bring you on the show, and you can ask Master Phil a question yourself,
which would be awesome. Is Lisa back?
I'm back. I don't know what happened. You were just starting the show, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't hear anything. So I had to dial back out and dial back in.
Hey, cool. So let me just introduce the lovely and talented Lisa Marie again. It's funny, I gave a little background on you already, and there we go.
There you go.
A little more full screen there. Full screen. Everybody see you. Bring some beauty and radiance to our show, right, Doug? I mean, if they're relying on us, if they're going to rely on us, they're in trouble. So I was talking about you with Long Shot Productions.
Yeah.
And I met Lisa right at the beginning of Long Shot Productions, and I was the promoter and matchmaker for. Oh my goodness, I have my daughter Adrian coming in.
That's your daughter?
Yeah, that's her now. I know.
The last time
you never looked you like this.
Yes. Hi.
Lisa was the house when you were a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yeah, so she's with Dad today. So I had this this MMA show called UCC, Urban Conflict Championships, and we were down in Jersey City, and Elisa came to video and do the live stream for the event. So that's how we met. That's how we met. And that was right when you started, right?
It was right when I started. I launched the company October 22nd, 2009. I still remember my company's birthday.
Well, let me tell you something. You have no reason to ever forget my birthday then.
I know. Oh, I love your birthday because my company and you share the same birthday.
Yes.
It's so funny. And you're turning 25 this year, right?
Oh, yeah, again, for the 90th time.
Yeah. But we met, maybe 9 months later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first client was Nick Marabella. He is a friend from where I grew up in East Hanover, and he was launching his website, Buddha Sport. Doug, I guess you're familiar with that too. Okay. And he kind of took me under his wing and introduced me to this MMA world that I really wasn't familiar with. And I met you and Mike Constantino and so many cool people and people that really went on to do great, great things. And we filmed a couple of the UCC. Is UCC still around?
No, it's UCC.
UCC. Yeah. Okay.
After three shows, I was it was taking too much away from my business.
Yeah.
And I saw my main business starting to wane. I had to make a decision. What am I going to do? Am I going to be a fight promoter and matchmaker, or am I going to run my gym? And and I had a new wife and a new baby, and did I want to run around, going everywhere every weekend and this, that, and the other thing? And I made a conscious decision that I'm not going to do it. So I stepped away. They did one more show. I helped them out. I went to the show to help out because that's the way I am. And then after that show, it just fell apart. Yeah.
And it happens. And unfortunately, we're going to see a lot more of that now. The cream is going to rise to the crop with everything that we have going on. But, through there, we developed the Kettlebell video series.
Yep.
The ultimate kettlebell library, which, to this day, I'm still in awe. We would film those, Doug, we would have 8-hour sessions in his gym.
Oh, I know.
I know. You know. And he was unstoppable.
Yeah, he doesn't need to work out after those. He just goes all day.
It's unbelievable. So to this day, that project, it was a beast, as we all know.
Yeah.
And it's one of the ones I'm most proud of, just because of how it all came together, how it truly was a one-man show. And I hope it's helped a lot of people along the way too.
Oh yeah. I'm still selling it. And we finally, it came to fruition, I guess, we filmed it in 2012.
2012, yeah.
Yep. And then, because in December of 2011, I had my neck operated on 4 levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 levels done on my neck. So I remember I just tried so hard to get to my recovery so that I'd be able to film this, because I didn't want to screw up the schedule.
Of course.
But it worked out okay. And to this day, I'm selling it. As a matter of fact, right now, Bernardo Faria is selling sections of it on his website.
Wow.
JJ Fanatics. Yeah, I just signed a deal with him a couple months ago, and that's going up. It should be available now, and if not now, tomorrow. I've done tons of other stuff since then, but we're not here to talk about me.
No, I know, but so you do a lot of cool stuff, and I am not MMA.
I will mention one other thing, then, if we're doing that, because I've been on TV a couple times a day for the past month or so. Actually, several months now. But I'm on the RNN channel, the infomercial channel. I'm on 2 to 4 times a day with the it says the world's best knife. And tonight I'm on at 8:30 and at 9. I saw the schedule. Oh yeah, here, check it out.
Oh, there you go. Doug, good, nice.
He's been featured in Forge and Fire and uses the Trusted Butcher as his choice blade to perform one daring test after another. Master Phil is in the warehouse. Master Phil?
Chef Ryan, I'm in the warehouse because I don't want to do this in front of the audience.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Give it up for Master Phil.
Oh my God.
Are you ready?
I'm here.
See a blur.
Right through that pineapple.
Right.
Nope, I'm here.
Apple
Trying to get a better shot for you.
Six bananas.
Hey.
Yes. Lime. Here's an orange. You got it.
Let me tell you something about that line.
I'm not going to shake your right hand.
I'm just going to ask, would you use any knife to do this stunt?
No, not every knife can do it. But I trust the Trusted Butcher knife to get
All
the job
right.
done.
Well, just in case you were not sold on the fruit chopping, we're going to sell you on 10 bottles of water.
Go for it,
All
Master
right.
Phil.
Ah!
Oh my God.
You never seen this already?
What's the goal over here?
The goal here, Ryan, to start from this end, go all the way through to this end with one fell swoop.
I'm just going to point this out here. You have a young watermelon with a very firm shell.
Very.
I want to make sure here real quick. You have a butternut squash, which is known for needing a peeler to take the skin off of it.
Yes.
A pineapple, which is a young pineapple, which is super firm. And this honeydew is green as can be. And you plan on going all one fell swoop, all the way through the fruit.
All the way through.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, look at that. He missed the watermelon.
No, he didn't.
He cut it.
He sliced through the watermelon.
That is unbelievable. How many takes did that take?
He's the master,
Seriously.
Phil. Come on.
I
One
am
take.
Phil. They
No,
love
well,
me.
I don't trust. I trust you, but maybe the producers wanted multiple takes.
No, yeah, we did several takes. One they used just on that the fruit cutting thing, and the water was just two, and one was for the main and one was for B-roll.
Unbelievable. So
Yeah,
are people contacting you?
Yes,
Because they're
yeah, oh
seeing
yeah,
this
yeah.
commercial?
They
He's supposed to go to Indianapolis to be on a podcast.
I know.
but,
Phil had told me that a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Right.
But the funny thing was that the producers of there, according to the people that I know, they hit me up and they want to use me in other stuff because they said that they liked the way I performed. I was easy to work with. I mean, I saved them so much money because I just cracked stuff right from the beginning. The funny thing was, see that line when Kimberly Locke, we were doing the dress rehearsal in front of the owner of the company on I think the day or two before.
Mhm.
And so we were trying out because at first they didn't really want to have me in front of the audience because they thought of liabilities and things like that. Actually, at some point I was supposed to be throwing knives on the commercial too, but then they decided not to do that. So she throws this lime up in the air. It's like way over my head. I jump in the air and I slice the lime in half while airborne. The owner of the company goes, "I want him in front of the audience."
Wow.
So yeah. And they were
Hey,
doing,
did you film that across the street from me?
yeah.
Yeah.
TriStar
'cause I know
Studio.
Kimberly's show is
Yeah.
at that TriStar.
TriStar
Yeah.
Studio. I filmed a couple things there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Bayview, I was on that Steve Adubato show.
You were on Autobato's show?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't realize that you
Yeah,
were.
this was like 2013, 2014.
You know, that was how I got my start in television, was
No,
watching
from
that
him?
show.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
when I graduated school.
That's great. Yeah, that is cool. And another thing, I was supposed to I will be on the Pat McAfee show.
Oh, yeah.
I was booked for a flight because he wanted me to be as a guest because he saw my video, right? And then he reviewed it on his thing. He goes, Master Phil's a badass. Like he's saying all this stuff. He's like, and then so people were hitting me up saying, this guy's like repping you and this, that, and the other thing. And I saw that just his review of my segment got like over 34,000 likes. So I was set to go out, and then the whole COVID thing happened, so we had to postpone it. But
the next day, you were like, it was booked to go out. The next day, everything hit the fan.
Yeah, and then I had to cancel the flight and all that kind of stuff. So,
now, how did you two come together, Doug?
Go ahead, Doug.
So I'm actually one of Master Phil's first disciples. Way back in the day, I went to American Eagle. I grew up in Hohokus and went to American Eagle, and then had my journey. I studied film, production, digital media arts, communications, and I saw he had some trouble with an issue, and I came out like, Master Phil, let me help you with this, and then we just continued to do stuff. So
that's awesome. Do you live in Jersey now?
Yeah, I'm in Hackensack right now, the capital of COVID.
I'm in the other capital, Jersey City.
Nice. I got some protective equipment.
Yeah, you got the Bergen and Hudson corridors covered.
Yes.
For COVID.
So since I'm in the capital of COVID Central, I have my gas mask.
Oh boy.
And my goggles. Because I live in an apartment building, so as soon as I walk out the door, I'm breathing everybody's air. So
yeah, same. I mean, I'm not I have these.
Oh, you got to do better than that.
I know, but they're cute though. I don't know, and I have gloves, and I don't know. It's crazy times though. I know Phil has a lot of thoughts on what's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a whole can of worms with that.
Yeah, we can't deny the fact that this is serious illness, and I touched base. Actually, pretty much everything I said in that video we did on Master Phil attacks the coronavirus is really true, and it all happened. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised I was that on point with it. Hey, Donovan, what's up, baby? Here's another master blade wielder out in Oklahoma now. Donovan, he was on Knife or Death with me. He's awesome dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is the video that you did? Master Phil takes on coronavirus.
Oh, I can pull that up.
Yeah, pull that up.
Pull it up. I want to see.
Oh, it's funny.
I know you're supposed to be interviewing me, but I can't get out of the mode.
You're in Master Phil mode. Or you're in your interview mode. But we'll turn this back on you. But it is pretty funny.
But I want to see if Dr. Phil.
It's a good play. Doug did awesome production on it. We had some fun with it. But honestly, I didn't think that we got a lot of hits on that too, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
The Chick-fil-A one we got a lot too. I did a comparison between Chick-fil-A and Popeye's fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, yeah, but you don't eat that stuff though.
I'll eat a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just kill it once in a while. I mean, I don't make a habit of it. I don't eat it.
No. You wouldn't look the way you do if you made a habit of it.
I mean, but you know what? If I want to look, I do a thing. I call it a reward. I don't do a cheat. Cheating's not good. Cheating has a negative connotation.
True.
I do a reward. So whether my reward is some pizza, a burger, chicken sandwich, I'll do that once a week or so. Like I only really drink once a week too. I have one night where I have a couple drinks and that's it.
I've cut alcohol out completely, basically.
Yeah, I've done that several times. Yeah, I've done that several times.
Just the way it makes me feel. I get the people get munchies, I guess.
Of course. Well, no, you know why?
Things, and I've never done that, so I don't know.
Well, that's a physiological chemical thing going on in your brain. You know that, right? So we'll discuss that after this.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, God.
I'm Master Phil, not Dr. Phil. So any advice that I'm giving you is my personal opinion. And be sure to check with your physician prior to taking any of my advice and executing it. So let's talk about the coronavirus, aka COVID-19. Currently, there are two versions. There's one version, the L, which is very hardcore, attacks you fast, and that puts people in the hospital. There's another version called the S, which is more mild, and that's what's helped spreading, because some children now are even being infected with it, and they're walking around, they don't even know it. So what am I here to do today, folks? I'm here to cut to the truth about the coronavirus. Safety first. Put the goggles on. Now, the coronavirus has absolutely nothing to do with this exceptionally tasty Mexican beer. But this version of the coronavirus, again, COVID-19, is a growing health concern to the citizens of the US. Deaths are rising globally, and even though the mortality rate isn't terribly high, the morbidity rate is 7 times that of the normal flu. And additionally, folks, can we really trust the Chinese government to be forthright with the truth about this virus? So how does it work? How does it spread? And what can you do to avoid infection? According to Dr. Peter Lin, he's an MD from Canada. Think of this virus as a ball, per se,
Who
and
wrote the script for
spikes
this?
coming out. These permit the viruses to attach
And
themselves.
where did you guys film it?
The common
At Doug's studio,
My studio.
causing sneezing,
that's
dripping,
sitting there, not doing anything now.
For the case,
Yeah. Beautiful, huge studio in Whitecroft just sitting there.
I know.
the virus injects information about itself and replicates, destroying the tissue of your body. So where does it come from? The Wuhan province. The virus resides in these animals and is transmitted to
That's
humans.
not very politically correct, Phil.
There's one
Well, too bad.
that the virus was injected into bats. So if there's bat soup on the menu, walk out. The masks don't really do much except protect others from your germs. There are medical grade masks, but they still leave your eyes exposed, and your eyes are mucous membranes, thus portals into your system. At first, patients will feel as if they have the flu. The lungs are attacked and the cells die, thus making it difficult to breathe. There is no medication to cure this virus, but the treatment is supportive in nature. Generally, the very young and the elderly are most susceptible. However, this particular strain hasn't really attacked the kids with the L version yet. Those with a strong immune system can create the antibodies to destroy these spikes of this virus. What can you do? Boost your immune system. Use a live culture probiotic, vitamin D, like the chewy ones, vitamin C, especially a vitamin C powder. These are made with the powder. Echinacea is with golden seal is great to use, and you want to make sure that you only use this for 6 weeks at a time and then take a break from it. Also, fish oil, omega-3s are great for your lungs. You also want to eat a great deal of fresh fruits and vegetables. And now, according to Dr. Berg, glucose is linked to the COVID-19, and it helps it to survive and thrive. Number 2, according to Dr. Berg, glucose is linked to the COVID-19's ability to thrive and survive. A protein, fat, or ketone diet is the best way to starve this virus. Number 3, additionally, Dr. Berg adds, fasting will also put your body into a state of autophagy. Autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells. According to Pira Kohana, PhD, nutrition education from Columbia University, auto means self. Phagy means to eat. So literal meaning of autophagy is self-eating. 4, no handshaking, fist bump. That's it. Number 5, don't touch your face, pick your nose, or anything like that. Use a tissue. Number 6, wash your hands for 20 seconds. I know that it's long, but do it. If it's too hard to count to 20, just count to 10 twice. Number 7, if you're sick, stay home. Don't be a hero by going to school or work or anything like that. I know the kids are going to love to hear that.
I guess you filmed this at the beginning of everything.
Yeah,
right?
this was like
tissue in your arms, in your shirt.
no, a long time ago, Doug, right?
This is literally when everything just started.
Yeah,
Master Phil jumps on stuff right away.
yeah. This was like in February, right?
Yeah,
Yes, it was. We filmed this in February.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, very, very well done.
Allergic to latex and dispose of them. Number 11, use lotions and creams on your body to maintain a layer between the outside world and your skin. Number 12, be healthy and exercise. Exercise will help boost your immune system. Now, what if an outbreak occurs and it becomes
Nostradamus stuff?
Make certain that you have at least 3 to 4 weeks.
There wasn't an outbreak yet.
No.
It just got here.
Can you imagine that we've been in the house now for a month and a half? It's crazy.
Of large public gatherings. Number 3, no matter what, be prepared and cooler heads prevail. So stay safe out there and let's beat this coronavirus. Master Phil, strength and honor.
Bravo!
100% safe to drink. Cheers.
I love the points though that you touched on, because a lot of it is based in, philosophies that I believe in, like the holistic health, the healthier ways, the vitamins that you can take. You touched on the fasting, intermittent fasting. So, a lot of people, they're calling the COVID-15, but, that's so counterproductive for a variety of reasons, never mind getting fat, but also, the more you booze and eat sugar and all the bad food, the more susceptible you are to getting the virus or sick with something else.
Mm-hmm. You brought up the booze and the desire to consume sugars.
Yeah.
Now, do you know there's what goes on in your brain chemically when you drink alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
It sends signals to your brain, and then you have a chemical desire to eat carbohydrates.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why people have hangover food. You don't have bacon as a hangover food, right? You don't have a big bowl of tuna fish for a hangover food. No, you have pizza, you have cake, you have breads, you have all these carbs, that are detrimental to you. You mentioned the intermittent fasting. I mean, that's pretty much what I do. I call it the intermittent starving. Because I generally like for instance, yesterday I had a banana with peanut butter in the morning, black coffee. I went all day. I filmed 3 workouts that day?
At least 4. 4.
Yeah, plus all my work and blah blah blah. I come home at night and then I ate my meal. I I had some of Austin's mussels. Oh,
nice.
Oh my God. We have a buddy, Austin Favale, he owns Favale's in Ramsey. Oh my God. The mussels fra diavolo to die for. Oh my God. It's so.
I want that for dinner.
Oh, I
wish I lived nearby.
Oh, I just crushed it. And then I had a big salad,
Yeah.
So, can you have, like I said before, can you have you want your burger, your pizza? Yeah, absolutely. The things that what people are doing, they're being locked in, they're drinking every night, they're eating all kinds of garbage. And you know what? This is how you got there in the first place. 72% of all people in the United States are overweight and 40% are obese. Okay, guys, look at the people that are getting hurt by this virus. What do they have? Asthma, high blood pressure, diabetes. All these things are, many of them, except some asthma is, but not all, are brought on or at least exacerbated by obesity and sedentary lifestyle. Look, it's a perfect time to get a workout regimen. And if you want to start, heck, just go on to our Master Phil YouTube channel, and there's some starting workouts there for you. And Lisa, I know you're very much into holistic. And what things are you recommending that people do now and moving forward?
Yeah. So, you know, what's funny. So I credit my mother for doing this because you were touching upon asthma. So when I was little, my younger brother had very bad asthma, and he was on inhalers and he was on all of the drugs to get him, you know, back to normal. Whenever he had an attack, he went to the hospital, lung capacity went way down, very scary stuff. Somebody suggested she get allergy tests done. And, you know, the prick where they prick you with a bunch of needles.
Yeah.
So some things came up for him, not others. He was still getting attacks. So then finally my aunt was like, why don't you try a chiropractor? My brother went to the chiropractor. I swear to God to you, never had another attack again.
You know what?
Never had an ear infection again.
I would
So
believe
that unbelievable stuff. So my mother was like, oh my God. So then she started to go, I started to go from the time I was 7, my doctor was my chiropractor.
Wow, it's great.
I'm, you know, this is not like an anti-vax conversation because, you know, there's pros and cons to both, I believe.
I agree.
But, you know, I never took antibiotics after going to the chiropractor. He would start us on, there's this line of supplements called Standard Process. So he would do something called muscle testing, and he would figure out where you were depleted, like what nutrients you needed. And, you know, then he would prescribe which supplements to take. Stuff called Spanish black radish and Congoplex. And if you look at it, it's all plant-based, but it's loaded with combinations of vitamin C, vitamin D, you know, all of the minerals and everything that you need. So from that, I just became a big believer in approaching health that.
Oh,
I lose you?
Yeah, but now you're back. You're back. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
You know, it's a great way to go. And look. Do we need medicine, and are there certain vaccines that are very good? Yes, there are. I mean, to ignore that would be silly. But
yes,
the thing is, you want to make your system as bulletproof as possible. You want to have a robust immune system, and people just aren't doing it. I mean, look, you got vitamin C, vitamin D. I mean, especially in the Northeast, we're lacking a lot of vitamin D, and also the toxins in the environment do drain that as well. So, you know, you got to pop those vitamin Ds. You got zinc, you got selenium, magnesium. Yeah, you have all these minerals.
The omega that you were talking about in the video. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say this, whatever COVID vaccine they're developing right now, I mean, I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole. No. First of all, it's not being tested on anybody. I feel like, and not to be a conspiracy theorist, I don't know who's behind the development of that. Right. I don't know what the goals of it are. And I'm just very, very suspect. So I really hope that they're not going to mandate anybody needing to take that.
Well, this is the problem that I think that we're facing, is that there is a move to have this mandatory vaccination. I believe it. I mean, right now, you can't renew your passport or get a new one. Realize that.
If you don't take the COVID?
No, not yet. But you can't. They put a moratorium on it. There's a moratorium on you being able to renew or get a new passport. As of now, you can't.
Wow.
Okay. This came out like 2-3 weeks ago. I have a feeling that they're going to try to make this vaccination mandatory. And you know what? There's going to be a big revolt. Because, look, actually right now, this whole process, this whole vaccine and drug process is, in my mind, likening itself to the media, where they don't care if they're right. They just want to be first. And you know what? We've seen so many times that that these vaccines have backfired. And again, look, some are incredibly fantastic, life-saving inventions that medical science has given us, but I'm just not liking what I'm seeing. And the other thing is
I mean, and I know in New Jersey there was that whole big debate at the end of last year about mandatory vaccinations for kids to go to school, and there was a big revolt down in Trenton with parents that didn't agree, and that issue has now gotten tabled. But I don't know. I just feel like there's so much contradiction in government. You know, you have one facet, you take the abortion issue. You have one facet that's saying, like, you know, under no circumstance should you ever have an abortion. And then the other side is saying, well, it's a person's right to choose. But those same people saying it's a person's right to choose are not for a person's right to choose for vaccination. So that's where it's very contradictory.
Yeah. And also, like, okay, person's right to choose, but up to what point? You know, I mean, now I see they're doing up to a point where, oh gosh, this child's born. Do we break its neck or do you let it live? I mean, to me, that's murder. You know,
no, I think, you know, again,
but then again, I'm on the other side. I'm like, do I want a slew of children that nobody wants? You know, I mean, I don't want to get into this. This is not what.
Yeah, no.
But I'm saying, like, what you're saying, and I see where you're going with this, is that these same people who are saying one thing are contradicting themselves on the other side. So, you know, that's the thing. You can't have it both ways. It's either one way or the other. You can't just say, well, you know what? Well, yes, you people can have a choice on this instance, but for this one, you can't have a choice. No, it's either free choice or no choice. Okay?
Yeah. And unfortunately, I think you're seeing the politicizing of COVID, I mean, of everything, but right now, since we're living in COVID-19 mania, you're seeing that it's become more about the politics side instead of like what is actually going on. And listen, I don't think either side is 100% right.
Nope.
I think with most issues, if not every issue, there is a middle ground, but the problem is
you're back.
Nobody wants to take the time to get there.
Yeah.
Well, one side comes up with something and the other side shuts it down, no matter what it is.
No matter what it is. It's like, you know, they're so afraid to give any other side credit.
Can't hear you. I'm going to go back in and go back out.
Okay. Yeah, it's just that, you know what? Everybody's so afraid to give anyone credit, no matter what it is. And, you know, people have to realize that, you know, we're all in this together. And it's exactly. You know, look, do I like everything Murphy does? No. Do I like everything Trump does? No. Do I like elements of what they're doing? Absolutely. But you know what? It just seems that these guys, they can't get together.
They'd rather see America fail than us succeed and then Trump succeed and win. And I'm not saying I'm not being pro anybody, but the first and foremost thing is us, America, being successful and healthy. And people rather see us die than pick a side.
Yeah, you see guys like Bill Maher who prayed for the demise of our economy. You know, hey, you know what? He's set for life no matter what. You know what? So you would rather see families and people suffer so that the person that you don't like will get reelected? I mean, you are a selfish, egotistical, maniacal, deviant dirtbag, and I can't see how anybody even tunes their TV to him. I'd like to debate him.
Let's get him.
But on that.
Let's invite him to the podcast. Let's get him. But
hey, come on.
That's nuts. How we rather our country fail than someone be successful.
Yeah, and you know, and look, hey, you know, like the hydroxychloroquine combination, Z-Pack, and you know, I mean, I think there should be some other elements added to that. Maybe some infusion of zinc and so forth. You know, having the proper minerals. But you know what? Is it 100%? I don't know. Has it helped people? Yes, but it's too late to either, like, you know, one side wants to say, well, this is going to cure it, and the other side's like, no, it's terrible. And like, you know what? Neither side can say anything yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't
and it won't kill you because it's not a drug that has like side effects that will kill you. So like, what's the worst case scenario?
Well, I mean, there are some things that can happen with certain people that it can gives them permanent damages, you know, but then you look at it this way. Well, am I going to risk some organ damage or am I going to die? Well, obviously you're going to risk some organ damage. So nothing's 100%. Anytime you put something in your system, like we could take the same medication. Okay. and it's fine for you and it kills me. Who knows? I mean, another thing is that you also have to know what other people are doing. There are certain antibiotics and medications that you take that if you drink grapefruit juice, you will die. Okay, so yeah, you have to be careful. That's why people have to read labels on stuff. But people react differently. People have different chemistries, and the thing is that it's too early to tell whether the cocktail is effective or it's not effective, but it's something to be considered. It shouldn't just be shelved because one side thinks it's garbage and the other side doesn't. Lisa, what do you have in your back?
I have no idea why my internet is being so crappy for you. It's so unprofessional. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because mine is slowed down as well, and I know this because look, a lot of people are online right now, right?
Yeah.
And now it's also lousy outside.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You can't go outside anyway, Master Phil.
I go outside every day. I hate to tell you.
Can't go outside anyway, Master Phil.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that the thing is that one of the things that I'm thinking that Lisa, please take this and run with it a little bit. I'm not focused on the negative aspects right now. Let's focus on what our positive takeaways are going to be from the situation. I believe that we're going to band together. Forget what our politicians do because I want to slap
most
them
of them
anyway. Yeah, most of them are useless. But I'm talking about as people. We're going to band together and we're going to beat this. And what we have to do is we have to revamp some of our habits. Yeah, I would debate him, Donovan. You're right. I would. I'd like to. I'll debate then debate. So what we're looking at is how can we change our habits? Okay. So, I hit like 12 different points, and I know you could probably add to those or expand on those points. Like, let me just start with cleanliness. I mean, I've gone into bathrooms. I've been at many events, tournaments, whatever, and people walk in a bathroom, do their thing, and walk out without washing their hands.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Lisa.
exactly.
I don't walk in the ladies' room. I don't know what happens there.
It's 50 times worse. I mean, everything you've heard about a women's room is to be believed and true. I do believe that everyone will come together. I think that right now, I have said this to so many people. I can't wait to see the creativity and the projects and the books and the movies and the clothing and et cetera, that's going to come out of all of this because, and Doug and Phil, you're creative too. When do you ever sit down and get to create?
Yeah.
Uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. But on the flip side too, now, like, and you probably know this too, like all the people that you were like, yo, you better get on social media, you better start creating.
Exactly.
And now this happened, and now they're way behind the 8 ball, and they're freaking out, and they're trying to now they want to talk to you all of a sudden.
Exactly. No, but this is a perfect example. Phil has been a guest on my show, Hip New Jersey, numerous times. Hip New Jersey is an online website. It's been in existence for 6 years. But just recently, earlier this month, we launched our half-hour format show on News 12 Plus. So all of a sudden, there's like a prestige, rightly so, because News 12 is such a powerful brand, and it's the only brand in the state. But all of a sudden, my show has a prestige. Now, what we're doing is we're repeating episodes that we filmed on the digital side a year ago, 9 months ago. It's been up. And all of a sudden, wow, your hosting abilities and wow, your production. I'm like, just because it's on TV, now it's
I'm way better now. That's from a year ago.
Exactly. But now, I mean, you know what another beautiful thing is? I will tell you. The next time somebody wants to meet face to face and they work or live 45 minutes from me, everybody has now gotten over their Zoom phobia and video conferencing phobia. We've seen everybody's houses. We've seen everybody without makeup, right? Yeah. And yes, obviously you want to be up close and personal to people, but with those initial meetings, maybe that you don't know where they're going to go, just do a video chat. It'll save time. It'll save gas. It'll
Yep.
save the environment. I see so many benefits to that.
And so many people now are going to work from home. Like,
Yes.
I'm sure there'll be studies when this is all over. Like, 30% of jobs are now all work from home because people are going to get like, why I have to go in? I'm doing everything fine right here. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, people like Phil need an office space, need a studio space.
Yeah.
Like we need some sort of
Need to
studio
go
to
and
create
film.
out of.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're a website development company, why do you need an office?
Yeah.
Just work from home.
You know, the thing is, like you said, I see a whole bunch of things going on, and I see the paradigm's going to shift in the next year, 2 years, huge. But again, people are going to look at a couple things. One, schooling. Okay, there's no need for. I ran this up to the superintendent 4 weeks ago. I hit her up and I said, you know what? There's no need for snow days anymore. We have the portals, we have the access. Shoot the schoolwork to the kids. Yeah. Love the idea.
They go in snow days.
No snow days. No reason, right? Why worry about it?
The inner child in me hates you right now.
But then guess what? You don't have to tack anything on at the end of the year. You don't have to miss a vacation. It's not going to happen now. The other thing is, okay, if a kid's a little sick, instead, because a lot of parents will send their kid to school if they're a little sick. Well, you know what? You're going to spread disease. So keep your kid home. We'll send the homework to Johnny or Sally or whatever. Send it to them. They can do it at home and submit it. Now they're not going to fall behind. I mean, unless they're really sick, unless they're in bed with a fever or something. But if they're mildly sick, you can keep them home. So A, they're not going to spread disease. And B, they're going to not fall behind because they have their schoolwork done right there. Okay, so we're going to see that. I also think that there's going to be a lot of people moving out of the city.
Oh, yeah.
I think more people are going to be moving out of the city because you know what? Hey, first of all, it's ridiculously expensive. I mean, I have friends that make, put it this way, I have friends that make, well over $1 million a year, well over, some of them double. And yet I have more disposable income than they do. Why? The cost of living in the city is astronomical. Okay. Yeah. And then plus you're on top of each other. You're on top of each other. And I'll tell you that I'll guarantee you that's going to happen. And then of course we were talking about, telecommuting. Look, why fly all over the world when we have this incredible technology? We can get people together it doesn't cost tons of money in hotels and plane fares and screwing the environment up and everything else. Look, I think actually a lot of good stuff's going to come from this. I mean, I'm doing a whole nother version of my classes. I mean, right now, what do we have? 68 videos up there, 70 videos on my American Eagle Live. It's crazy. I'm hearing from one of the guys hit me up. Oh yeah, I can't make the class today, the live, because he's only done the live classes. But I was like, can I go on at 4 or 5? I'm like, yeah, it's right there. Another guy, he's a UPS driver. He hit me up yesterday. He goes, Coach, this is great. I love it. You know what? Because I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and do the workout from the night before, and I don't miss a class now. So, is it going to ever replace a one-on-one class? No, or a live class? No, it's not going to. But you know what? It's better than doing nothing. And it's a great adjunct. So what do you see some more of these things going, Lisa?
Can't hear.
Oh, it's crunchy again.
Yeah.
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing the feedback?
I hear a little feedback. Yeah, I hear some crunchy.
No, I can't. Hold on. I have to log out. I can't hear you.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing we have two hosts as guests on the show.
Well, yeah. Here's the perk. You know who really dropped the ball? VR and those VR and 360 goggles or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they really dropped the ball. If I was one of those companies, I would come out with something inexpensive that everyone can get, and people are just sitting in their house now. They can have those 360 VR goggles. I think that those companies really dropped the ball.
They should have stuff with traveling to
museum tours. Yeah, museum tours.
Yeah,
they really dropped the ball because they're already out. They're like the beginning. Like we'll see them evolve to something more advanced in the next few years. But if I was one of those companies, I would push something out to get in the hands, because now's the time that it could like just like now everyone's going to be used to the Zoom meetings and used to this, they could have started adapting stuff that could be done with the goggles. Because if the goggles came out now and everyone's in the house, a lot of people would have gotten them.
It's funny because my wife's Lisa's still. I see Lisa's still muted though. Let me see. Let's unmute Lisa.
It's on her. It's not me.
Oh yeah. Okay, Lisa, you got to unmute yourself.
You got to unmute yourself.
You have to unmute yourself.
Okay.
Better?
There you go.
All right. I only have about 10 more minutes anyway.
That's okay. It's fine. It's
this
fine.
internet thing, we got to do this again when I feel awful.
It's all good. While you were gone, we were saying how I think that VR really dropped the ball right now. They should have came out with something and they would have dominated because people are just sitting in their house. They have the VR goggles.
Yes.
Really
travel.
You know what's interesting too for our industry? Movies. Like those big Hollywood studios, how can they open? Especially if there's going to be, as we're easing back in, the social distancing and limiting the amount of people that can be so tight knit at one time. How can they get movies off the ground?
I guess love stories are going to blow kisses to each other.
Yeah,
like a lot of theaters, besides the big like AMC's and stuff, the smaller mom and pop shops are going to be in big trouble. Because they were already in trouble. So,
but maybe this will show the resurgence of the drive-in movie theater because at least people can be convening, but without.
I like that.
We can't have it because I had this idea. We can't have it legally. I think our county or state won't let it happen because I have one of my clients and he has an entertainment business, so he's got these big movie screens and stuff like that. And I was like, "Yo, let's get a parking lot and you could do like a drive-in movie." And we looked into it. We can't do it in this area, but there's some states that are doing it right now, opening up drive-in movies and stuff.
It's got to be this area because there used to be
down the shore. There used to be.
No. There were allowed drive-in movies in the state, but the emergency ordinance that we have, they shut down. They won't let you do the drive-in movies. So you can have drive-in movies here under normal circumstances, but the ordinance, the emergency alerts that we have going on right now, we can't do that right now because that was one of the ideas for him to keep doing things. He can like set up drive-in movie because he's got these huge inflatable movie screens.
Oh, maybe all movies are going to be CGI now.
Yeah. Who knows? But you know what? I see opportunity.
I'm available for voiceover.
No, but listen to this. I see the opportunity in that because maybe it will allow the smaller production companies to create movies, that because they're not operating with these big budgets. Yeah. So maybe it'll allow them to. Maybe there's the great independent film being made right now. And I don't know, Doug, maybe we have to team up.
Yeah. I'm just putting it out there.
I got a huge studio like not being used right now. We could go right in.
Just to let you know, I'll do half price what Denzel charges.
Okay. No, but I am being serious.
I agree. I just think it's a double-edged sword because like you're gonna have now that smaller budgets can compete and they'll be able to compete, but all the special effects and the bigger budget movies that we're used to are not going to have those bigger budgets. So we're going to get more.
I'm so sick of those movies.
Special effects.
I'm so sick of the Avengers 25 and these comic book movies. I mean, I know there's a big legion of fans, and no disrespect to that. No, I know. No. Don't take that the wrong way. No, but it's all that's in the movie theater. Like people aren't having options.
I get you.
Well, we do a lot of options. We do have a lot of other options though with all the stuff going on Netflix and and Amazon Prime and of course not to mention the infomercial station too.
The infomercial station.
But yeah, those are all going to be, and those are already starting to I don't want to say hurt or decline, but since Netflix and Hulu came out, more people rather not watch commercials. So this actually, make more of a push to the digital. So it's like now more people are doing things like this and having live podcasts, Zoom meetings, and all that stuff. That you're gonna have a whole new wave of content on a grander scale. That this like I said before, like this was the push that people needed to get into this realm. They didn't think it was important. Facebook, social media is not important. Now they're like trying to get into it because like now there's no gatekeeper, there's no producer or something.
Yeah, Doug, you didn't have to convince me of that.
Okay, no, you got it. When I sat down with you, you understood everything. You're good to go.
Yeah.
But there are some businesses that were hesitant, or they were hesitant a month ago, and now this happened, and now this is the only way you can communicate with your audience. This is the only way you can contact your customer. So what are you going to do now?
Yeah, exactly.
Lisa, other than you not going to your studio, I know you're working your butt off with your Lisa in the living room, and Lisa's living room. But what what else are you doing during this time period?
So a lot of it is helping my clients pivot. So for example, a lot of our work is done in the nonprofit world with their events and their galas and everything that they had planned for the spring, summer, and now even the fall. So it's helping them figure out, okay, how do we do this virtually? And now my for-profit clients are calling me up with the same questions. How can I get my campaign going that was supposed to be a dinner fashion show, for example? How do I get that to translate virtually? So it's a lot of consulting, filming of interviews, because some clients, they want our help in documenting this time. So that's been really cool. And then, like I said, HIP New Jersey launched on News 12. So that's really busy promoting that. Because
I'm ready to go on there whenever you need me.
Whenever we can film again, I would love to have you. And just organizing, retooling, branding, writing, creating, coming up with other ideas for bigger picture projects.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I am busy as can be.
Yeah, I'm completely smashed all day.
All day.
My day, all of a sudden, it's over. I'm like,
yeah,
gosh, I have to go for a walk with my wife now. Have dinner or whatever.
I've said this to a lot of people too. We're all entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah.
And my friends that aren't, like, they didn't understand the lifestyle. Now everybody is seeing what it's like to be an entrepreneur and how fun it is, right?
I know.
Because you have to keep planning dinners and you different spins on meals and different activities to keep yourself busy, and that's the entrepreneurial mindset. So who knows if the next great entrepreneur is being hatched right now because of all of this.
We don't know. Yeah. That's
we will know. But
yeah, we're gonna find out soon. I want everyone to get back on track and get this down, and hopefully people will learn to boost their immune systems, be a little more cleaner, be supportive of other people, especially other people's efforts when they're trying to do this. I just want to see us bounce back and come back bigger, badder, stronger than ever.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for doing this. I'm sorry that
listen, those things happen.
I was a hot mess with this internet, with not being able to get on the call on time because of client issues, but I'm happy that we got to spend the hour together.
Yes, so am I, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And Doug, anything to wrap up?
You're pointing at me. I can't tell where you're pointing.
Doug, it was so nice meeting you.
You too. We definitely need
that. In person.
I have a huge studio in Whitecroft. You got to come check it out. We're building it from the ground up. So yeah, you definitely got to come check it out. Maybe we got some projects in the making.
Yeah, you never know. This was a great connection.
Yes.
Thanks, Phil.
All right, guys. Great.
All right.
Master Phil signing off. Strength and honor.
Where's our music? There it is.
That was awesome.